on SCG Media.
Utah Jazz, John Moran out. Scottie Pippen Jr. will jump it in Salt Lake. Beautiful night out. 9 seconds, T. While you're dancing out front. He had 7 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists against the Cavaliers Sunday afternoon. First shot is away, down 24%.
He is so much better when he's in rhythm on those kind of catch and shoots. Doesn't get a lot of those because he's usually starting the offense. That's good to see.
Inside, that's the worry. The drive, Walker had a retreat 3-pounder, and Jaren Jackson Jr. up on the board.
We had a little help retreating. Jaren Jackson kind of gave him that bump, made him go a little further back.
Philip eyes on the fact that they've had not John Morant's services of late with that hamstring.
Yeah, they're still a great team, though. They'll move that ball around tonight and find Jaren Jackson.
Oh, Sexton.
And Jackson Jr. right now trying to get Walker Kessler in foul trouble. Yeah, he killed the Jazz for 30 earlier this month.
Collier rolls in, tries to knock one off the window. Good look. Memphis starts in this game so far 1 of 4. Here's Bane. Tries a triple and splash. Go 22 points, 8 rebounds for Desmond Bane.
Yeah, he's a problem. And without Ja playing tonight, they're going to rely on him a lot more for his scoring.
How about the blow by? That first step is mighty quick. So is the one for Collier.
Coach Jenkins talked about the guard problem he's going to have to face with the speed of Collier and Sexton, and they're putting it on display here early.
2 quick buckets for Sexton. The 3 ball by Collier. He's out front. Wants another 3. Good look. Splash. Wow. A pure 3 ball.
That's just great confidence.
The guard line, T has scored all 10.
Hit that a lot more consistently.
That was a tough shot. A little hezzy. You saw that? T, you talked about 3 levels. I mean, he's so dangerous inside. There's a steal and a quick run to the rack. That's the easiest bucket maybe Scottie Pippen Jr. has seen for a while.
Yeah, don't sleep on Scottie Pippen Jr. The last 2 games, he's averaging almost 17 points a game, shooting 50%.
Cody needed that shot for confidence. Cody Williams, he went 1 of 9 from the floor against the Cavs Sunday afternoon.
Well, that's a good sign. It means he's confident. He knows he cannot not shoot those wide open looks.
That's a tough seal, but Jackson rolls inside, scores his 7th point of the quarter. 13-12 Utah.
Well, we talked about the matchup between Kessler and Jaren Jackson Jr., but it really isn't that on the floor. It takes a couple.
Sets a nice screen, frees up Collins. He'll try a 3. And bingo! Dropping early for the Jazz. His last 4, impressive.
That's good to see. Really good to see early for the Jazz.
Little step back action. Jumps off the rim. There's Walker, good for 12+ rebounds a game. And as you said, the league leader in offensive rebounds. But boy, he can do it on the defensive side as well. How about that push inside and score? I mean, he put that on. Collier trails. Isaiah has a career high in points, T, in this first quarter. 8. Back out front to Sexton. Just past the 7-minute mark here in the first. Little stop and go. That shot jumps up high off the back of the backboard. It stays in play. Walker saved it, but it belongs to Memphis the other way. Aldama. Kennard backs out. He's looking for space.
He is. You'll see him lead the offense quite a bit in the half-court game, Luke Kennard.
Bane, quick first step, pass walk. Oh, we got back.
Then laying it in on that left side.
Oh! Big T down.
I like it. That's really good confidence for him to knock one of those down early.
He went 1 of 8 from downtown against the Cavaliers Sunday, so hits his first triple. Collins' first attempt up and wills it.
Jaren Jackson Jr., Bane, Kennard, all those guys.
Rotated, right back out. Aldama has 3-point range. Jumping high. Out of nowhere was K.J. Martin, who just checked in.
That ball had to be really high for him not to get that.
That ball's down, picked back up. Aldama again drives inside. Sheboy just 8 in all. I mean, he's got to be MVP, and the Stars working their way into postseason play. Isaiah on a kick to Keontae. Slices and dices, ball out, saved by Collier. 3 to shoot, got to hurry. Keontae to his right, triples up. The shot reset, and there's a rebound on the baseline. He wants Schwebway to go through. He'll step back for three. That's a beautiful shot.
How beautiful step back. And without the speed out there, Sexton and Collier, it really is.
Hall of Famers at 47 for the Jazz.
Man, he is so confident. Just has a
For you sometimes, but for three-point shooters, it has to be true.
Oh, no question. You got to shoot those shots, or you're hurting your team.
KJ pushes with the left hand and scores.
By KJ Martin.
KJ out of IMG Academy in his 5th year. He's been a nice addition to the Jazz when healthy, a good defender, and score down in the paint. Averages 6.5 points a game.
Yeah, I know Williams just hit that three, but you've got to send help, which the Jazz did on Jaren Jackson Jr. Make him get rid of that ball and try to get out and contest as quick as you can on that three.
Nice drive, left hand. Off the bench, they're on number 2.
Going to have a task. He is strong, but he definitely has the height advantage. And without Walker Kessler in there, they got to collectively protect that rim.
Edey was the 9th player taken last summer. He gives the ball out. The shot good. Scottie Pippen happens when John Morant's been in and out of the lineup. Jaren Jackson Jr. backs in on Bryce.
But love to go to that left hand.
The college home of Jaren Jackson Jr. And I tell you what a career there. He was the 4th pick back in 2018. Miss one, make one. Jazz by 7, under 3 to play in this opening quarter. How about a 30-point offensive explosion for the Jazz? They only put up 91 against the Cavaliers Sunday. Bryce, that's a tough pass. Caught in the corner by George.
Small lineup for the Jazz.
10 games to play with pride and continue to work on who they are and what they want to become. Johnny with a turnaround for drive and score. Pippen. Yeah, he doesn't cut corners now.
And you got to love that about a coach.
Oh, that's a beautiful pass. Little skip by Keontae off the mark. Shebway maybe overran it just a bit. Pippen behind the back. Here's Kennard. 2 minutes left in this first quarter.
There they go again.
Sensabaugh got him one-on-one. Little help. Johnny shows. Shot his way in good. Here's Bryce. Leaves it for Oscar. Around the corner comes Keontae. Backs out. 7 on the shot. He'll take the 3.
That's a shot.
Drives in on Johnny. Takes him to the right into the paint and scores. Pippen averages 9 points a game. He has 9 here to start in the quarter. Juzang comes up just short. Tries a chase for the rebound.
That's I like the most is Luke Kennard played almost 7 minutes and hasn't taken a shot yet. So Jazz doing a nice job of not allowing him to get free. As I say that, he gets free but misses one.
Sensabaugh gets it away and clears. The replay center as you lob it to Walker. They had ruled a 2-point shot for Keontae and turned it back to a 3. So the replay makes it a 3. The ruling on the floor was a 2. Sensabaugh, I tell you, just a great shot, patience, and he has both.
Yeah, he does, but those plays are really only set up by a good downhill drive, and Juzang did a great job. Another missed one by Kennard.
I like the block out on Edey by Walker. Flip, grab the rebound.
It's a beautiful shot by Keontae.
They worked with Flip. Juzang lets one fly. Nice rebound. In traffic, hook it up. That's a great look by Walker. Memphis with the ball. They've missed 7 consecutive shots. They go to Jackson Jr. Rides in on Filipowski. There's that left hand.
Going to get to the left and use the left. It's a matter of how difficult you can make it for him. And actually, that wasn't an easy shot. He hit that one a little further out than normal.
Oh, Keontae saw an opening. Drives, kicks, 3, beautiful.
I'm going to tell you, Keontae had a layup.
Yeah, the 3 ball is working for the Jazz, 9 of 15. There's a steal. Filipowski, he's got Sensabaugh running with them. The big man's going to roll it up, comes up short. You got to lose.
Involved, as is Andrew Warren. And that is an area where you can see the Jazz making great strides. It's a young rock, and you see it on the court every night.
Yeah, it's a great point. And those are names, too, Holly, that just are not, you know, in public. You see them on the bench, but you kind of wonder, okay, what do they do? Well, that's...
At punishing a switch, draws that foul.
Edey picked up the foul. 43% from three, nearly 8 rebounds.
Yeah, I just can't say enough good about what to this league. He has developed all the way around, especially that three-point shot. Changed his shot a little bit. Holly talked about that development program. It's helped him so much.
Conchar got it. He got it far. Who is 35% from downtown. He just played his 300th career game, by the way, against the Clippers on Friday night. They lost that game by 20. Why? Harden. Edey draws his second foul, and right on cue, pulls down the rebound. Aldama, Edey, 3 straight away. You say, really, a 7-4 attempt a game.
He's capable. And
Memphis is run off 9, a 9-2 run.
Especially if you make that first one. You know, that attempt average is going to probably go up a little bit.
Here sends the ball off the wing. Splash.
Come on.
Yeah. He had 10 points against the Cavs on a couple of threes, but tonight all 3 makes from downtown. Inside, caught the rim and in. Nice drive inside.
I mean, he just reads the defensive situation. Slips down right there. Lost some traction.
Cody drops another one here early in the second quarter. Now we're trading the triples left and right. Conchar.
Well, Cody doesn't take bad shots. Just for him, it's just a matter of confidence in making them. Very smart player, very cerebral player. You had to respect him for some reason because he knew he was capable of making them. That's the kind of thing that gives you confidence.
Well, the Grizzlies challenged possession. They lost the challenge. It was last touched by Conchar. And so the Jazz get the ball with 7.5 to play before halftime.
Unfortunate, too, because usually those out-of-bound ones are high percentage wins.
Beautiful floater, because I've seen him play.
Yeah, and great decisions on the shots. Not trying to, you know, out-muscle someone in there. Just finds his space and throws up a little right-hand hook.
Kennard tries that baseline. Johnny put a hand in his face, shut it down. Sheboy. There you go.
Ball found him. Scared to go to anybody else but him.
Juzang, the catch. He looks at his feet. 3. Wow. Come on.
Just a beautiful follow-through on that shot.
Bain drives inside. Jazz deny. Back comes Cody Williams. Passes into the corner. Catch and shoot. Another try. Got it. Double figures. 8-0 run fueled by Juzang. 11 in his pocket tonight. Air ball. 57-45 Utah. Halfway through. There's that bully ball of Sheboy. Her. She's done some great things.
Yes, she has.
For our group. Glad to see her courtside tonight with Ryan and Ashley Smith. Nice drive in. Collier back on the floor with Sexton. Sheboy runs with him now. Sexton shows the ball, dumps it low inside. 3 threes, 9 points. Walker, hand in face against Huff. That ball was saved into corner by Jalen Wells. Aldama 3, short. Well, the bounce is controlled by Sexton. Comes across midcourt. Walker runs with him. Put the lob up.
And that was perfectly placed. Sexton not going too fast. It just makes the defense try to decide who to guard.
That's 15 assists in the first half for Utah.
And blame him.
Sexton tries the triple. KJ climbed up, nearly took that rebound away from Jackson Jr. Here's Bain. He pushes away. Collier, Huff, straight away 3. Got it.
Don't see him inside a lot, banging around, but the Jaren Jackson Jr., they complement each other very well.
Thoroughly 7-1, and he goes 42% from three.
Yeah.
3 attempts a game to Bain. They fly that ball into Jalen Wells, and he'll try the baseline, picks up the miss, goes to the corner. 3's away. Jazz can't grab a defensive rebound.
Together, Martin Jr. and Collier.
Pippen with 11, 12 for Jaren Jackson Jr. Juzang leads Utah with 11. Keontae. Here's Collin. Got the first quick step. He's in the paint. Floater. And foul. 2 shots. Sexton. T, you played, you know him well.
I did, of what he was as a player. You don't want to talk trash to him because he would punish it.
Huff gives it a ride from downtown. Collier reaches in for the rebound. Jazz up by 10. Good look.
Great look. Just walked right into it. Wasn't able to come up with it, but a good look by Keontae.
Stolen on that baseline pass out. Good heads-up play by Sexton. Under 3 to play in this first half.
All of those are the plays that Coach likes defensively.
Up off the glass. Walker had the Sexton corner 3. Boy, you look at rebounds. It's been a team game thus far for the Jazz. If you've played, you've had a rebound. All 11 have at least one. Jalen Wells drives, opened up the paint, and Bain.
Collier and Kessler line off, but Bain gets away. No one around him.
Bain's a scorer, averages 18 a game. He's got 12 here with just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. Sexton back to work, goes to his left hand. Kick it, corner, nice rotation. Collier 3. Flip try to jump in for the rebound, loose. Pippen. There's a drive inside. Bain open going to get with more on Bill Kennedy.
But not only that, during timeouts, he sings along to all the songs. We just got an entire song of
moves. No, he's an entertaining guy. And I think what's so great is he engages. And the officials, I think, in the NBA have made a huge turn. And as broadcasters, I think included, everyone's much more accessible, T.
Yeah. And he's a good official. He's very fair. He's been at it for a long time.
Jazz have now missed 7 consecutive shots. That's fueled a 10-2 run. Make it 12-2 on that little turnaround. Bucket by Jackson.
Jackson gets down the court before Walker Kessler can come and get himself at home in that paint. And Jackson Jr. takes advantage of the smaller guy guarding him.
Jackson, tough pass over the top. Keontae back out front. Collier with a beautiful spin.
Make a difference now.
Jazz had built a 14-point lead. Memphis has trimmed it down to 4. Under a minute to go, first half. Here's Bain, guarded by Walk. Splits that 3-point line now. Slides to his left. Triples away.
Really vital collectively for this group.
Jaren Jackson Jr. inside. They just put a blitz on him with Flip and Walker. Ball's loose. Sock Sexton into the paint, drive it, and he'll
man.
First one's up. And
Tuck the jersey and so on. That's big. Respect the game.
Everything was the same color of socks, same color of shoes. If we're all going to wear wristbands, then but not one individual could do it.
Respect the game, baby.
Sexton makes a pair. Memphis 16, count that, 16 10-plus point comebacks this season. When they were down in that first half, T, by as many as 14. Cody Williams. Little stop and pop Jay. First miss of the night. Rebound. Bain. Pippen runs with him. The trailer is Jackson Jr. Put a forearm into the chest of Walker. Stays with it. Ball's loose. And Cody Williams quickly finds Collier into front court. That ball was knocked down. Ball finds its way out to Cody. Collier wants it back. Trying to get that first quick step. He slides on the floor. Ball's loose. They're still trying to dig it out. And we got a cut there with Denver. And they're also right there with the Lakers. And, you know, when you look about how things jockey around 3, 4, 5, I mean, things change a lot in a hurry. But when it's that tight, man, every game, I don't care home or away, you got to try to find a way to win it. Corner 3, good. And
important as well. It's a different style of ball without their best player, but it's still effective.
Yeah, they've taken a slide, losing 3 straight, 4 of 5. Jazz trying to pull on a win tonight. They've won 9 times here at Delta Center. They were so hot in the first quarter of play. They've cooled since about mid-second quarter. Aldama gets it back. He went 0 for 4 in the first half. Bain drives on flip. Walker comes by to help, forces the turnover. How about that pass? Take it. Isaiah to the rack and lays it in.
Doing a nice job of disrupting the half-court game of the Grizzlies.
Backboard, and that is a shooter's touch bounce in for the bucket. Double checking. Yes, that was a 3-point shot attempt from the corner. 17 now for Jackson Jr. Flip inside out. Sexton takes a bump. Remember the old commercials with Magic and Bird?
The classics.
Deontay was looking for a bounce himself off that shot. Bain across midcourt. 3 minutes in, third quarter. I'd say the key there, he got the full head of steam and the roll for 2 at Memphis. And they've done that in 2.5 minutes. And that lead jumps to 6. That's a 20-point swing. Turnovers, they try to force it into Filipowski. Aldama hands it back to Pippen Jr. Slides in between 2 defenders, gives it right back inside, and Aldama scores for the first time.
Yeah. Guys need a bucket here to take care of the ball. Their 9th turnover a little while ago.
Well, it's been a 13-4 third quarter for Memphis. Filipowski looking for his first bucket. There it is. Drives it home. Flip had gone 0 for 2 in the first half.
Get a stop here.
Pippen. Aldama off the wing. Here early in the third. A quick 5 for Santi Aldama. Here's Filipowski. Open, drive, scores, and
because those slips and slides have been happening in this. Part of that was the edge of his shoe, as Polly said, did catch Jaren Jackson Jr. and slid the rest of the way.
Huff dropped it out to Pippen. Here's Bain. Jazz, good job. Desmond Bain inside Jay Huff.
2 predicament. And he is trying to help out on Bain on the
Second.
Well, the game plan is to put pressure on the guards. Use that half-court line as a second defender.
Step back triple. Aldama reaches up. Wells. Pippen inside, tough shot. Scores it right hand. Pippen likes it. 16 for Pippen Jr. Travel on the other end.
Okay, but never like to hear that about him. Session.
Oh man, that's his first block of the night. 133 now on the season for Walker. Leads the league in block shots per game. Pippen. Bain scores. He had 17 at the half, now 19. The lead, 11, 86-75.
Jazz need a rally. Not just about scoring. They got to get stops.
See if they can get the blender rolling. Cody.
Deontay George and Oscar Sheboy got some toughness in there with KJ Martin.
Wells fires a strike inside the lob. Pippen.
It's amazing they're using Huff differently now that it's a smaller lineup with Kessler in there. He likes to hang out at that 3-point line. Now he's taking advantage of the height advantage.
The first, 11 in his pocket. And he comes up short. It's good to see right next to Coach Will Hardy. As Huff drives in a 3, comes up short. So that strength, and KJ can jump out of the building. See the Jazz can't mount some sort of a comeback here as Aldama jumps out on the inbound. Kennard back out. Aldama steps to his right. They'll feed inside. And right now, Huff's beating the Jazz.
Getting around and you get Oscar Sheboy out of the paint. You got Huff again with the height advantage, taking advantage of the lob.
Jazz owned a 14-point lead first half. Now Memphis up by 14. Blocked. Huff starts a break. Aldama will lead it. He'll Euro step inside. He was born in Spain, played his college ball. Well, Memphis has scored on 10 of their last 11 possessions through, which has mounted and built a 27-9 run. Jazz need stops on that defensive end. Will Hardy's tried a couple of different looks on the floor. Sexton drives. They double him down in the paint. Clears it away. Gets it back. Rises up. The bucket's away. Good.
Got it right back.
Kennard. He was wide open. Until you mentioned he was the one player that hurt the Jazz back in mid-March. He had 30 against Utah. Sexton short. Kennard the rebound.
The offense right now for the Grizzlies has kind of figured out the Jazz's defense. A little penetration kick.
Kennard step back triple. Lefty takes a bounce down to Pippen. He gives that ball away. Guess who? Huff. It comes out. Pippen rebounds in a crowd. Goes out to Wells. He can't hit. Jazz can't grab a defensive rebound. And Kennard
just made it easy for him.
3 minutes left, third quarter. 96-78. This quarter dominated by Memphis. They put up 30. Played his college ball at Kentucky.
Well, congrats to Coach Wojciechowski. The job he does with his guys and puts a lot of hard work, he and his staff, into that, and congrats to them.
Aldama passes off to Bain, takes a bump. Huff somehow. One hand. Huff looking for a double-digit game. And multiple Jazz players have passed. I think Ronnie Price will try to give you a sneak peek here in a moment. 98-79. Juzang turns the corner, drives paint, inside out. That's a tough shot, and it's short. Bain in the right place at the right time for the rebound. Kicks it into high gear. Front court, one bounce. Huff.
Jazz in a tough position in that paint.
2 minutes left in this third quarter, and it's been all Memphis. Utah was so three-point efficient in the first half, 13 of 19. And since it's 1 of 11, it's all back over and back. A little too relaxed in that chair. See? I'm telling you, come on, 11. Aldama, Kennard, they go corner into 3-ball.
Proud of their individual development. Not only that, but this is the closest team that many of them have been on. The culture and foundation has been built, and that's what the Jazz have to have moving forward for the future.
You know, thanks, Holly. And I tell you, the comment there by Will, from the heart.
Yeah, especially about the fan base.
Yeah.
Hold on, I was in Delta, Utah yesterday doing a concert. I mean,
during the break continues to be Jazz Nation, but they're on it, and this summer is going to be so intriguing to see what happens in the lottery, the draft. What else Danny Ainge, Justin Zanuck have planned?
Well, it's so important for these players. That's the time where you really grow, is when you're working out in the summer and what you come back with the following season.
That's Walker Kessler. Filipowski will take giant leaps in the offseason as he tried to feed a big to a big.
A little too early on the pass. Edey had not committed.
Floater. Conchar had a couple of threes in the second quarter. 8 points off the bench. 109-84. This game got away in the third. Flip for 3.
And a 3 for him because he had Conchar on a really good contest as Edey gets in there for a banker.
Boy, glass. Zach Edey. He only took 3 shots in the first half. Hasn't played a lot of minutes. Huff has dominated in the paint. Filipowski That's a beautiful spin. Inside finish.
Oh, boy.
That was quick.
Talk about graduating. Kyle Filipowski with a kind of a vet move there on the spin move off a shot blocker.
He had 18 against the Cavaliers, and he's coming on strong here in the fourth quarter. Duke is the #1 seed, one of the 4. They're going to take on Arizona, Sweet 16. I have a feeling.
Danny Ainge's alma mater, and I asked Colin, is there any kind of friendly, trash talk back and forth, anything writing on the game? And he's like, I actually forgot they went to BYU. So I forget none of these kids were born when Danny Ainge was making that dash through Notre Dame that I remember so vividly, and then playing Ralph Sampson in Virginia. So Colin does not seem that concerned.
Bobby, we'll have to talk to him on a follow-up after that game. Yeah, he ran through Notre Dame. That's still an iconic moment, as is the '83 national championship for a guy sitting next to me. North Carolina State.
Yeah, BYU sitting at a 6 seed, the same seed we were in '83 when we won it.
The big man throws second triple of this game, averages 1 attempt. Cody from the corner. Bowler, that's right, you were a 6 seed, just like BYU.
That's right. And Bowler on Edey, that's really exactly what Coach Will Hardy would like Walker Kessler to learn to do. Those are good shots. You're not going to force any, but heck, if you can get a few of those a game, it helps.
Kind of a tough year for the Jayhawks.
Yeah.
Defense broke down, and just an easy 2 down low. Vince Williams.
Well, we're sitting on only 6 stops this entire second half for the Jazz. The defense really has been non-existent. And a lot of times that affects you on the other end. If you can't stop a team, you can't put the ball in a hole.
Inside push to a team concept, or is it individual?
Well, with this lineup, it's a team concept, because
look, I'm looking at him. No, I don't think he heard that.
Boone is my man, though. He's looking at me now.
Like, what happened? Yeah. He'll hear about it. Someone's going to text him right now.
Yeah, you will.
Patient. Memphis in no hurry as they burn this clock. Vince Williams passes out. Good D by. Forces a shot, but the rebound finds its way back into the hands of Memphis. One more time. Zach inside. Count it.
Jazz. And that just shows you that Jazz, with the inability to stop them, second and third tries.
Well, that last time out, the box score handed to us, and you had to do a double take because the Jazz have been a really good rebounding team throughout the year. Memphis 41 board. Drives in. The free throw. 125-92. Jazz led by 6 after the first quarter, up by 1 at the half, and then down 23 after. Free throw. Low is $50, so grab yours while they last. And I'm going to bet UT, if asked, Stokeman will sign it.
Oh, absolutely.
Line it up. Have a little table out there.
You know he's got his own special paddle. I'm sure he's got his name engraved on it. All of his wins, he just checks them off.
Checks them off. You know, he's an avid bowler, and he used to carry or travel with his own bowling ball. You know that's a serious guy right there.
Stokeman.
Conchar. Edey getting some minutes here in the fourth quarter. Short shot clock and the rebound. Back out to Collier. 6 minutes left, halfway through the fourth quarter. Jazz will play Houston coming up on Thursday. Fly out to Denver and start a 5-game road trip. Collier bounces down low inside, goes up and under, and
works that way.
I don't think so. Collier at the line. Let's check in with Holly.
We've told you this Pistol Pete videotape that his dad would make him watch as a kid. You know how we said Isaiah just has it, like the Vision Pistol Pete VHS.
A VHS.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'd say the pistol, one of the best to handle a basketball. There's a hook shot, short. Have one.
Just in case what?
You got to throw in
it's
one
a
of
collector's
the,
item?
Yeah. Just in case you come across an old a Pistol Pete video. Just in case.
They aren't coming back. It's like short shorts, bro.
Left alone. Boy, towed it up and dropped it 130-96 with just over 5 minutes left. Jalen Wells has had spot minutes tonight. There's a shot high off the glass, trying to put it over the top of Edey. Quick hit, triple, up, out, rebound, Sheboy. Mikhailuk. Free throw line, jumper short. Everything's, I'd say there's been a lot of short shots in this game tonight.
Yeah, it hasn't really been a lot of execution offensively either. I think the win is just out of the Jazz's sails right now, and they're just trying to find something in this last 4.5.
Two really bigs to play side by side. Edey and Huff.
Well, game's out of reach at this point. They just probably are trying to get guys extended minutes and different lineups in there themselves.
Oh, that's a nice pass. Cam Spencer.
Yeah, and at this point, Bowler, I mean, I'm looking from here. There's really no communication defensively.
You're seeing one-on-one?
Yeah, I'm just, there's no communication from the Jazz as far as who's got who. You know, pointing at guys, saying, I got him.
With Walker off the floor, T, that kind of is Walker's job.
Because it will sure help you, especially with one more game here at home and then a long road trip. Just a little thing.
T, after tonight, just 9 games remain. 3 at home, 6 on the road. There's Wells. Jalen Wells up on his toes and going to bring that back.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's energy is when the Jazz are making those runs, and it's been tough to get a run for them.
3-point play, 18 for Collier, 4 assists. And the reason why that number is low, he's passed out, but just not many shots made. You know, see, I'm speaking mostly here in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Wells step back 3. Edey in the crowd. Tallest man on the floor has the rebound, tries it back in. Conchar gives it back. Mikhailuk tries to help. They pass it out. Here's Huff. Cody Williams clears it out to Z. Jazz will have Houston here on Thursday night. Give it back to Sheboy. He rolls inside. That's a great left hand and a foul. 2.
Gaining so much respect around this league. Teams know that Collier's, well, yeah, and so when you know what your greatest asset is, you have no problem knowing you can get by anyone. And what Isaiah Collier has been able to do is make decisions with that speed on the fly, whether they take it to the rim, pull up, steal the ball and go. I mean, the guy is just dangerous.
Yeah, he picked the pocket inside. KJ can't finish. And a rebound to Spencer. Huff helped turn this game around in the 3rd quarter. 2 minutes left. Wells turns and fires up a 3. (19 of 43). Memphis from downtown. That's 44%. The Jazz have gone 16 of 40. But the 3-ball, they found that rhythm back here in the 2nd half.
It really is a different landscape for the Grizzlies, different game plan, so to speak, without Ja in there. But they have learned to adapt without him. They're still a deep ball club.
They are. They still have speed, but not that breakaway blazing speed that Ja owns. Wells back-to-back threes.
And they've got a big and Jaren Jackson Jr. who can pretty much play at all 3 levels as well.
Jackson hasn't been on the floor, hasn't needed to be. Another rebound, Huff, as the final minute 10 is ticking away here in Salt Lake. Edey jumps out. He's already hit 2 threes. Jumps inside the arc. Conchar. Huff, he'll dial it up. Really bounced one in. And the rebound fought for and won by Sheboy. Collier for 3. There you go. Splash. And Isaiah goes over the 20-point mark, Big T. 21. 140-103. Stick around. The Siegfried and Jensen post-game report coming up. Lauren and Mike upstairs will break it all down, and you'll hear from Coach Hardy, players. And the final seconds will tick away. The Jazz early by 14, but the third quarter was the difference maker as the Grizzlies outscored the Jazz 40.
Grizzlies come back.